Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to What's the 411 News. And once again, we got the Reparations Month and the Real Reparations Movement. All right, welcome back to What's the 411 News, and we thank y'all for coming in. This is the Real Reparations Movement Part 6, and I told y'all it's going to get a lot more heated with the discussion, all right? And so with no further ado, we're going to get right into it. Let's roll the video.
We have someone from LA. Anybody here from LA? Dwann has, first of all, he's a music historian. I don't care if it's the blues, if it's about jazz, if it's about hip hop, Dwann got the facts. He's a music historian and he's a podcast host. The podcast is called Hotepish and Incense and Ashtrays. Give it up for our brother Dwann.
What up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Yes, sir. It's beautiful to see y'all. This is beautiful. So what's up, Jay? What's going on?
I just want you to talk about like when you first got interested or involved in the reparations movement.
I got interested because Dr. Claude Anderson came to my church when I was 12.
Clap it up.
Right around the time he released Black Labor, White Wealth, there was this other church that my church was like a sister church with, Crenshaw Christian Center out in LA. And Fred Price and his mustache allowed Dr. Claude Anderson to come on down. And so as a kid, I was like, who is this dude? He's saying something I ain't never heard before. He sounds different than Al Sharpton. He sounds different than Jesse Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, who is this dude? And then I never saw him again for a long time until Hidden Colors. And so, hey, that's what really got me into it. He was unapologetically black, you know? Like, y'all know how it is when y'all watch TV. These people be over there tip-tapping and everything. Like, I don't know if I want to be black or not. They don't know. Dr. Claude Anderson came and sat down, put his chin up, and spoke for black people. And it was just something about that made me be like, okay, I like this dude. Let's think about this. Black people invented every form of music that's out there. Country western, hip hop, jazz, blues, whatever it is, we named it. If everything squared, we made it. So if we have our money, if we have our restitution, if on a shoestring budget we can create one Motown Records, what can we do with our money? We would never need these other people who are canceling Nike contracts and all this stuff.
That part.
If we had the money to fund it. Like, I think about it like this. My great-grandfather invented the automatic railroad crossing. That when the train comes, it trips and the automatic. My great-grandfather invented that out of Benton Harbor, Michigan. And he was the grandson of a slave that was supposed to be freed in 1855. In 1855, he was supposed to be freed, but the Mississippi state governor came in and said, due to unforeseen circumstances, yeah, your slave master freed you in your will, but we ain't letting it happen. They had land in Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi in the 1850s was some of the richest land in America. My family would have gotten that land. Since we didn't get that land, they had to move up to Benton Harbor, Michigan. And when he invented the automatic railroad crossing, he had to sell it. What if he had that land that was passed down to him, and he had the money from that land, and then when he invented the automatic railroad crossing, who would have funded it? Us.
Okay, us.
I'm the 5th generation that would have been profiting from that investment. So when we think about it, if we go back in our families, all of us have a grandfather, granduncle that did something great. And we not benefiting on it because of the color of our skin. So that's why we need reparations.
Facts.
I don't do it that much anymore, but I'm also a stand-up comic. When I'm out there in Hollywood, you should see when we get the open mics, you see all the people that write for all the night shows, all them white boys in the back taking notes. You say a joke at an open mic, taking notes. Next thing you know, you look up your shows on late night TV and you still broke. So that's what they do with us. We need reparations because not only do they steal from us on the lowest level, when we finally get something going, they sabotage it. Like in LA, you got Chocolate Sunday, nigga night. You got Black Monday, nigga night. Then you got Negro Tuesday, nigga night. They only let us perform on one night of the week, and then that one night of the week that we perform, it makes up for the full budget for the week for the whole comedy club. And so we literally keep these places open. We keep their ideas open. When you look at Sweetback, what Melvin Van Peebles did. When you look at Oscar Michaud, what he did. Every time Hollywood needs a lifeline, it comes to us. But we're the least paid. And then if you notice a move that was made about 10 years ago, when black actors were talking about getting our money and making more money, what did they do? They brought in Africans and people from across the diaspora.
That's right.
And no disrespect to them, but they willing to work for slave labor. We ain't. It's time to get our check. Keep pushing, because this is a multi-generational effort. Cash reparations is just the first thing. That's first. Like, this is the down payment, you dig? We gotta pass this on to our kids because you know what? We gonna get them the cash. But then we gonna need city cash reparations, state cash reparations, federal, private businesses, all those Hollywood reparations, education reparations. We need all these reparations. We need more reparations than Al Sharpton got perms. We need reparations. And so it's a continual process. We as a people got to keep pushing it. It's a lot of love in here. I feel the love. I love y'all. And make sure we do this. When we talk about approaching with love, that doesn't mean letting somebody kick your butt. Love means loving yourself to the point to where you won't take what they have to give you. Love means treating other black people and forgiving other black people the way Democrats forgive white folks.
Thank you.
That's love. And love each other, love yourself, love your family, and I love you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Give it up for our brother Dwann B.
So we are probably about 4 hours into the FBA reparations rally. I'm hungry. I got food in my hand. I was walking by and I heard this man say something about bucking. Somebody was bucking their eyes or something, and I just felt compelled to talk to you.
Yes, I think you overheard a statement when I was talking to a gentleman. I said my family and friends, when I told them I was coming to a reparations rally, their eyes started bucking, you know. I said, I'm going to a reparations rally. They said, oh, what you mean you want to a reparations rally? I was like, in Washington, D.C. And, you know, my cousins, my family, my friends, nobody encouraged me. I came up here impromptu, left 1 a.m. in the morning from Atlanta, Georgia, and drove up here. Got here 2 hours ago, and it's the best experience ever. I'm glad to be here with my people with the same like mind. You don't get to meet this kind of people in the real world. You know, it's very few people who have this mentality. So I'm glad to be around the family, and I'm glad to know other people feel the same way as I feel. You know, and it's a blessing to see Dr. Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed, and all the leaders here presenting today. And I'm so happy to come, and it was so worth it. You know.
There you go. All right. There you go. There you go. I told you guys it's going to get heated up, and it definitely has. All right. This is Reparations Movement Part 6, and I hope you got something from it. I hope you got some information from it. Dwann B broke some things down. You might have to go back and rewind the video and listen to what he said again, man. All right. So, yeah, we're going to keep this reparations, the real reparations movement going for Reparations Month, man. We're coming up next, Part 7, all right? So we'll be checking you out tomorrow for part number 7, all right? This is What's the 411 News. And like I always say, no matter where you are around the world, you can always bet on the new black media. All right. What's the 411 news? We out. Peace. Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it.